Today, we are going to discuss one of the most captivating and complex novels of 18th century English literature, Moll Flanders by Daniel Defoe. This novel, first published in 1722, has continued to intrigue readers with its adventurous plot, moral ambiguity, and rich depiction of society. In this video, we'll summarize the story and provide a detailed analysis of its themes, characters, and historical context. Let's get started. Moll Flanders tells the life story of a woman, Moll, born in Newgate Prison to a convicted felon. This birth marks the beginning of a turbulent life shaped by survival, crime, and shifting moral values. Moll is a unique character, a mix of intelligence, resourcefulness, and moral flexibility. Over the course of the novel, she lives many different lives: wife, thief, mother, mistress, and repentant sinner. Her quest is simple: survival and economic security, but her journey is anything but straightforward. The novel begins with Moll's childhood. After being abandoned by her mother, who is transported to America for theft, Moll is raised by a kind woman. However, even at a young age, Moll demonstrates a sharp mind, a thirst for independence, and a desire for upward mobility. She learns that beauty and charm can be powerful tools in securing her future. At the age of 14, Moll becomes entangled in a wealthy family where she falls in love with one of the sons. Instead of marrying her, the older brother manipulates her into becoming his mistress. This early relationship marks the start of Moll's long career of using relationships as a means to financial stability. Throughout her life, Moll experiences a series of marriages, each serving as a survival mechanism. She marries 5 times, and each marriage ends either through death, abandonment, or her own machinations. At one point, she unwittingly marries her own brother during a trip to America, a fact that horrifies her when she discovers it. Eventually, Moll grows increasingly disillusioned with marriage as a path to security. As Moll ages, financial security becomes more elusive, and she turns to a life of crime. She becomes an expert thief, particularly in the theft of luxury goods. Moll's criminal career allows her to live comfortably for a time, but she is always at risk of being caught. Her most significant accomplice during this period is a fellow thief named Lancashire, who acts as both a mentor and partner in crime. Eventually, Moll is arrested and sentenced to death for her crimes. However, her persuasive abilities and skill at manipulation save her once again. Moll manages to avoid execution by pleading for mercy and promising to reform. She is transported to America, where she reunites with her Lancashire husband. In America, Moll comes full circle. After reuniting with her estranged mother and discovering that her illegitimate son has become wealthy, she uses her wit to rebuild her life. Moll and her husband ultimately acquire a plantation and live out their final years in comfort. The novel ends with Moll, now in old age, reflecting on her life and claiming to be genuinely repentant for her past misdeeds. Moll Flanders is a novel rich with themes that offer a deeper insight into both the character of Moll and the world she inhabits. Let's explore some of the key elements. One of the central themes of Moll Flanders is economic survival in a harsh and unforgiving world. Moll's actions, whether moral or immoral, are driven by the desire to escape poverty. Defoe shows the stark realities faced by women in the 18th century, who often had few options outside of marriage or crime to secure their future. Moll's various marriages and criminal enterprises illustrate the lengths to which individuals would go to attain financial security. Defoe provides a critical examination of crime and punishment in the 18th century. Moll is not a typical villain. Her criminal behavior is portrayed as a pragmatic response to her circumstances rather than an inherent evil. Defoe subtly critiques the legal system, which punishes individuals like Moll harshly while providing limited means for social mobility. Moll's ultimate redemption through transportation to America mirrors Defoe's belief in the possibility of personal and moral reform. One of the most fascinating aspects of Moll Flanders is the moral ambiguity surrounding Moll herself. She is both sympathetic and morally questionable. The novel does not offer a clear judgment of Moll's actions, leaving readers to grapple with whether she is a victim of society, an opportunist, or both. Defoe's portrayal of her is complex. While she lies, cheats, and steals, she also exhibits genuine remorse, particularly toward the end of her life. Moll Flanders can be viewed as an early feminist text, examining the limited roles available to women in 18th century society. Moll's story is not just one of survival, but also of agency and self-determination. She refuses to conform to societal expectations and continually seeks to shape her own destiny, whether through marriage, manipulation, or crime. Her refusal to be a passive victim of her circumstances sets her apart from other female characters in literature at the time. The novel concludes with Moll's repentance and redemption, a common theme in literature of the time. Moll reflects on her life of crime and claims to be genuinely repentant for her actions. However, the sincerity of her repentance is often debated by readers. Does Moll truly regret her criminal past, or is her repentance another survival strategy? Defoe leaves this question somewhat open-ended, allowing readers to interpret Moll's redemption in different ways. When reading Moll Flanders, it's important to consider the social and economic climate of the early 18th century. England was undergoing significant changes, with the rise of capitalism, colonialism, and increasing urbanization. These shifts created new opportunities and challenges for individuals like Moll, who were born into poverty and sought to improve their station in life. Defoe himself had a keen interest in economics and society, and his depiction of Moll's life reflects his broader concerns about the moral consequences of capitalism. Moll's relentless pursuit of wealth mirrors the emerging capitalist values of the time, while her eventual redemption suggests a belief in the possibility of moral reform within a rapidly changing society. Moll Flanders is a complex, multifaceted novel that continues to resonate with readers today. Its exploration of themes like survival, crime, morality, and the role of women in society makes it a rich text for analysis. Through the character of Moll, Defoe offers a window into the struggles of the lower classes in 18th century England, while also presenting a character who defies easy categorization. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more literary analysis videos. Let us know in the comments what you think of Moll Flanders. Do you see her as a victim, a villain, or a survivor?